Well, hey there everybody, how y'all doing? Hope everybody's having a wonderful day or night. And welcome back to my channel, as always, on Deluxe. Alright, let's do another freaking Transform review, because I love some freaking Transformers. I love some Dr. Woo Woo Woo, and that's what we'll be taking a look at. Today is Starfear. This is the translucent version, or the ghost version of Starscream. Yeah, they got the coordination set and everything. Beautiful pick right there. There you go. On the side, DWE09T. And there he is, all in his glory. Look at all that clearness. I love it. And on the side, and Starfear, and underneath. Awesome. All right, let's take a quick look what Starscream comes with. All right, up first comes with a little card, a little collector card like they always do. A little flexible, thin thin paper. There's some stats right there. If you want to try to read that, I think you want to pause for the cause, try to read that. You can. Get the instructions. Awesome. He does come with a little throne, which is nicely translucent blue plastic, which I really like that. And he comes with the cape too as well. And to kind of be careful, it is clear plastic with these little hinges right here. You get the little shoulder things. They do have some gold paint on them, which is nice, and translucent blue. I like that. You get the crown, once again, same one as the other one I did with the Thundercracker, Skywarp, and Starscream 3-pack. There's gold with a little red, and you do get an extra face thing. I think, like I said, this one's same one. It's got the same. I think it's like screaming or something like that, or maybe with the open mouth. You got some gray paint and some red paint on the eyes, and kind of a smoky gray plastic right there, clear and everything. So yeah, there you go. That is what Starscream comes with. Alrighty, here's Dr. Woo Woo Woo, and this is their clear Starscream, or their ghost one, transparent, whichever you want to call him. I think it looks great. Got the nice translucent white, a little smoky gray in a little bit areas and everything. You got the blue paint right there, you got orange right there, and you got the red and white stripe right there, and the red and white back there on the tail fin. Clear blue plastic right there with the arms and the null rays. Very nice underneath. Like to see that kind of thing. Got the turbine boobies. You got his head right there. Looks pretty cool. The tail fins do move a little bit, not much, and you can plug in the null rays on the side of his arms and everything. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like it. So there you go. There is the translucent version of Dr. Woo Starscream. I think it looks pretty cool. All right, here's a quick little comparison of the 3-pack with Starscream. Like I said, just going to be a little recolor, basically, of what it is. Translucent, and there he is next to him right there, like that. They got gunmetal for the thrusters too as well. I didn't mention that. Yeah, pretty cool. So there you go. There's a little comparison with Starscream and Ghost Starscream, or translucent. All right, real quick, there is Cosmos from Dr. Woo. We got Wheelie, Magic Square Prowl. There's New Age Toxitron. And we got Siege Red Alert, a lot bigger. And Dustbuster Jazz. And there's some scale for you. Alright, real quick, I'm going to transform him just like Dr. Woo stuff. It's really easy. So I'll just take out the little null rays. Got that. And then I'm going to collapse these back here. Like that, kind of. It's not that. And then you're going to lift up this right here. Move this down like this. I'm going to try to move it through the hole. Giggity. Come on. There we go. Move it through like that. And then what you're going to do, you're going to untab the chest right here and right there. They're tabbed into the knees right there. And lift this up and lift this up. And then you're going to do a 180. Going to spin. Kind of move the legs forward so you can have enough clearance. Like this. Like that. And then you're going to tab these in right there. Right there. Flip that up. Flip that down. Untab the arms from the wings, like that. There you go. And then flip out the feet. And then flip back the tail fins. And then you can attach the null rays back. You can transform with on, but most of the time you'll knock them off anyways. And there you go. That's how you transform them. Be right back. All right, here you are is Starscream, the clear version, or translucent, or the ghost, whatever you want to call it. I forgot to mention that he comes with extra shoulders. So right now you can see this part right here is kind of a smoky, kind of a milky white, and here's like a nice translucent clear thing. It could be a replacement, I guess. Maybe if you break it, be careful with always with clear transformers or anything, clear plastic. With New Age and stuff, I never have really any issues. They have great plastic. Dr. Wu does too as well. I mean, I've not had any issues with transforming him back and forth. But like I said, I always say be careful with this. But yeah, you got these different shoulders that it's kind of like I said. This is a milky white one. This is a nice translucent clear. Just like anything. So I don't know if they're extras, just in case you break it, or if they just, if you want that translucent, part, I guess. I don't know. All right, so here's the head sculpt. Once again, there is got the nice gray paint, red eyes, got the turbine boobies, got the orange right there, red and white, a little blue right there, and silver for the feet and everything. As far as articulation, only thing you're gonna do is gonna go side to side, and it's really hard with these little things right here. So just be careful with that. The wings do move; they're on a little hinge. They can move back. You can go up to about right there, all the way around. You got a little wiggle waggle, maybe a little bit of a butterfly with the ball peg, and same thing with the elbow. You got a nice 90 degrees elbow bend, and you got a bicep swivel. Like I said, just be careful. No waist swivel or anything like that. And then Van Damme all day, every day. You can kick out to about right there, not much. Kick back, not much. A little wiggle waggle right there. Nice little knee bend right there, and up and down for the feet. No rock or anything like that. And you got the little thing right there. So there you go. All right, so there's articulation for Starscream. All right, real quick, going to put on the coordination stuff. Like I said, you can remove the head and change it out. See if I can get in there. There, I can just. And like I said, the crown will fit on both heads. There we go. And we'll put that real quickly on there. Just do that, like that. And you take the shoulder things, and like I said, you're just going to, there's a little tab, and there's going to a little slot right there just for the where the ball peg is. And you kind of just, put it over that. It's not the greatest fit. And once again, just like I had issues with the cape, you may need to, I may have to do this offline or off camera. What you wanted to do is there's just a little section down here, and you get these little tabs in there, and you just kind of, you may need like a spudger or something like that. Make sure you lift up the little nose cone so you can put that over that, and you kind of just push it in right there. There, I got it. Okay, well, yeah, like I said, I thought I got it. It's not the greatest fit. It's supposed to, clamp onto something, but it's not, really clamping onto anything. Let me do this real quickly off camera. I'll be right back. All right, so I was able to get on there. Like I said, it's not the tightest connection, so if you do move it a little bit, it is going to pop off or anything. But I think it looks pretty cool. I love the translucent. If you follow my channel, you know how much I love clear Transformers, but I do love the clear Starscream, and I like the clear cape and everything. Now, you can't use it, sitting down or anything like that with the, throne and everything. But let me bring in, here's the throne from the Starscream. Like I said, it's just going to be a purple plastic. And here is Coordination Starscream with the just a regular version and everything. Just like, it's just a recolor and everything. So, pretty cool. And then the backs, see if I can try and turn around without popping it off. Like I say, you may need a spudger. It's supposed to clip on down there. See, that's already coming up already. It's supposed to clip on there, but it's not the tightest flip. And I'm missing one of the, yeah, this fell off right here. Oh, Jeebus. Man. All right, there we go. And there's the back. All right, so there you go. There is Coordination Starscream, the clear version and the regular version. Awesome. And there he is next to Dr. Woo Woo Woo, Ultra Magnus, Ramjet, and Cosmos. You got New Age Megatron and Bumblebee. You got Magic Square Prime, one of the Seekers from Iron Factory. And you got Lucky Cat Bumblebee, Core Class Wheelie, and then Tits McGee Redgar. And there's some scale for you. And Crapagonix, Crappy Toilet Paper, AAA Battery, Carmex, Care Bears, Kicker, and Squeaks. More scale.
Hey there, everybody. If you made this far, as always, I freaking appreciate that. All right. Final thoughts on Dr. Woo Woo Woo. This is the transparent or clear version or ghost version of Starscream. Overall, he's fine. You know, I love the coordination set. If you put it on him, don't mess with them because it's you know, the connections for the shoulder pads and for the, you know, the cape and everything is not the greatest for mine. Hopefully yours is better than what mine is, but stuff falls off all the time. You know, the cape, you know, if you move it around a little bit, his you know, blasters or his null rays fall off a lot. It's just a mess and everything. So if you get it together, put it on the shelf, leave it alone. These are great for you know, Titan class, you know, MP scale stuff if you want to use it for those, you know, especially for like, you know, Triptychon or Metroplex or anything like that, or Fort Max. These are perfect for these. I love the translucent things. You get the extra shoulder pads. You do get the extra head sculpt and everything. That's pretty cool. You know, the alt mode looks good. The bot, you know, transformation's easy. Bot mode looks pretty good. Articulation, you know, it is what it is. You know, just be careful. Like I said, with, you know, clear transformers, you always got to be careful with it. But like I said, I've transformed this thing back and forth several times. Didn't have any issues with it, but just be careful. The paint is pretty good, you know, you know, here and there and everything. So, you know, it's like $35 on Show Z. If you're a big, you know, clear transformer fan, or if you like Starscream like I do, these are perfect. And like I said, if you do have Titan class stuff, these are perfect for them as well. Dr. Wu is always great for that. But overall, the you know, not, you know, the connections are not that great. It's not fun to mess around with. That's what it is. So, all right. Hope you like my review. Hit me up some likes, shares, prayers, and Care Bears. Hit that sub button for me if you don't mind. Hit me up some comments. Tell me you thought of the review. Anybody getting these little fella? Like I said, use code Deluxe32 on Show Zoo if you want to go use it. I really appreciate that. And I guess I'll see you in the next Transformer review. And as always, be good to yourself. Hell friggin' Transformers and hell friggin' Dr. Woo Woo Woo. And good night, folks. So much clear goodness.